What's good, Planet Pokes? So, basically, there's these things that I like to do on my channel called Pokemon White Team Challenges. And here's what I do. I ask people what White Team Challenge I should do, and then I go ahead and try and make a team based off it. This battle I actually showcased on my channel before, but, you know, it's kind of showing you guys what I do sometimes. It's a Wonder Room Reunculus team. Basically, what I ask is either a Pokemon, a team core, or just whatever they want to see, and I base a team on it. So let's just go ahead and get started. I lead off with my Fortress. My opponent leads off with, I forget this Pokemon's name because I don't see it. Glalie, I think. Yeah. And I switch out, and my Lantern gets taunted, and she sets up one layer of spikes, and then another layer of spikes is going to be set up. I really don't care that all this spikes is going up because Fortress is my rapid spinner and can kind of rapid spin stuff away. And she gets up her third layer of spikes, which is going to do pretty good damage to whatever comes in. And I just finish it off with a Thunderbolt because I don't want this thing setting up on me all day, every day. So now she puts in her Illumise. And my opponent's also using a kind of unique set called the Poke Love set, which is quite interesting. She goes ahead and puts up a substitute and then goes for the Swagger because she's hoping I'll hit myself in confusion. And Swagger's a good confused move because it raises the attack sharply. And so you see I hit myself the first turn, but that like does nothing, which is pretty awesome. And basically I'm going to snap out confusion this first turn, get off the rapid spin, and since she put in Whimsicott, I was kind of feeling the taunt because I wasn't sure if the Whimsicott was also the Poke Love set. So basically what I go for here is a Volt Switch just to get some damage on the Whimsicott in case she was going for something. And now I'm going to put in Nidoqueen because Nidoqueen can kind of wall this now that I know it's a Poke Love set. I mean, sure, Nidoqueen can go for the Leech Seed, but it can't really do anything else. And I'm going to want to try and get rid of this Whimsicott as soon as possible because Whimsicott can be quite annoying, is in my personal opinion and past experience with battles facing Whimsicott. Unfortunately, I'm running a bulky support set, so I'm only going to do about half damage. So I predict her switching out, not wanting to take another Hyper Beam, and I switch into my Tangrowth because I can I can kind of scout with Tangrowth, and I go for the Hidden Power Fire because this is a just good overall. Basically, what a lot of her stuff on her team is weak to Hidden Power Fire, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch because now I'm gonna put in my Mandibuzz, but my Mandibuzz is going to get Thunder Waved, and that is going to rather not be good because, well, yeah. And basically, my opponent goes for the Attract to force me to either get paralyzed or be infatuated. Doesn't quite happen. I managed to pull off the Whirlwind because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I wasn't sure if it was a setup Volbeat or anything, so I was contemplating Taunt, but I didn't want to use Taunt. And then coming on the Swagger, and then get attracted to this Illumise because I guess Illumise is quite sexy to Fortress or something like that. And I get immobilized by Love, which really isn't fun. I mean, yeah, I mean, everybody loves Love, but you don't want to get immobilized by it. So I managed to get up my Stealth Rocks because a lot of stuff on our team is weak to Stealth Rocks, so that'd be the first entry hazard I really need to set up. Because, as you can tell, both of us are kind of a stall-based team. And I'm already confused, and I'm infatuated, and now I'm immobilized, which is not fun, and now I'm paralyzed. As you can tell, this is pretty hacksy set that my opponent is running with the whole Poke Love set and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out because really I'm kind of getting annoyed, and I want to get paralysis off of my Pokemon as soon as possible, so I get Swaggered. Really hoping I don't hit myself in confusion. And I'm really hoping I don't get immobilized by Love. And also, I'm sorry about the quality. I know it's not the best because, well, I'm recording my 3DS. I did order my Ace card yesterday, though. So it should be coming soonish along the way. And I'll be putting up Ace card quality stuff on Planet Poke. So I'm going to switch into my Nidoqueen because effectively the only thing she can do to my Nidoqueen is basically put the Swagger on me because she can't really Thunder Wave me. She can't really attract me because I'm the same gender, and you know Pokemon doesn't like that whole girl on girl or guy on guy action for whatever reason. Who really knows? But yeah. So she's going to put in her Whimsicott to kind of get up a leech seed on me. Whimsicott's going to get poisoned. Unfortunately, I don't have the second layer of toxic spikes up, so it's not badly poisoned. And also, basically, I kind of wall this Whimsicott too. I mean, sure, it has the leech seed, but that's about all it can do to me. It really can't do anything else. And I snap out Confusion just at the right time because I fire off an Ice Beam, and it takes down the Whimsicott. I'm not sure if the poison damage, if that hadn't been there, if that it would have been enough. I think that the poison damage actually helped, but I didn't run damage calc on the Whimsicott. So now Volbeat's going to come in and unfortunately only get moderately poisoned because I don't have the second layer of toxic spikes up, which is, you know, I want to get that second layer of toxic spikes up because she still has an Umbreon that would really, it would really benefit me if I could get that thing exceptionally poisoned. Because I've fought her before, so I know what Umbreon set she's running, which is kind of good and kind of bad all at the same time. So I decided to go into Fortress because I'm just going to want to keep getting damage up on this Umbreon as it switches in. And really, now is a really good time to go ahead and just kind of set up my 3 layers of spikes. I know it's late in the game, but like I said, mine's a really stall-based team and hers is a kind of stall-based team. So it doesn't really matter what either of us do because we can't outright KO each other because we're both stall. She goes for the Swagger, and I am going to get up that first layer of spikes, which is really, really great. Or the second layer. I've just been kind of talking because it's stall, so I wasn't really counting. I'll let you know in a second as soon as I'm completely positive. But, so I'm going to snap out of the Confusion, which is awesome. And I'm guessing that's the second layer of spikes because I was at a lower health range when I got up the third layer of spikes. So I've got 2 layers of spikes up. That Umbreon's really going to be getting hurt with the toxic spikes, 2 layers of spikes, and Stealth Rocks up. And I'm going to manage to break through the paralysis and get up the 3rd layer of spikes. And it's at this point that I completely consider foddering out Fortress because Fortress being gone, I kind of need a safe switch in. My attack won't go any higher because, you know, I'm at +6. And I hit myself in Infusion. I'm like, okay, 1 more of those and I fodder out my Fortress. And in case you were wondering, I run the red card on this because this is a stall-based team. And I don't want people setting up on Fortress because it's a common thing used to set up on. So, you know, I got that Sturdy, so when they hit me, as long as that Sturdy's still active, I will be able to red card them out, and all their setup goes to nothing. So basically, I'd be being able to get up free Stealth Rocks and Spikes damage. So now Hurricane Mace is going to come in, get badly poisoned, get hurt by the Spikes, doesn't quite die. It lives with, I believe my opponent said it was like 2 hit points, which is enough to just make my Wonder Room Ranunculus confused. But I get up the Wonder Room. I'm running more special defensive investment. So the fact that my attack raises is relatively meaningless now since my special defense is now my defense. So I'm not going to be doing that much damage to myself. And so she's actually running a Rest Talk Umbreon, which has Rest, Sleep Talk, Curse, and Payback. And unfortunately I hit myself, but as you can see, I don't do that much damage to myself. So now it's just kind of me and Umbreon. And Umbreon actually has a weaker special defense at this point because Wonder Room is in effect. So the Umbreon gets a Sleep Talk, goes for the Payback. That Payback does absolutely nothing because now my special defense is my defense thanks to Wonder Room. And my Focus Blast is going to go ahead, get a special defense drop even, which is awesome because now even when special defense does revert back to normal, it's still going to do a nice hefty amount. And she's going to go for the Sleep Talk, get the rest. Rather unfortunate for my opponent. I'm going to fire off a Focus Blast. And thanks to that special defense drop, it's going to be enough to KO the Umbreon, which is really awesome. And now her last Pokemon's going to be a Bouffalant. So basically, Bouffalant's going to come in and get badly poisoned, but it carries the Lumberry, so the poison's cured. if it really came down to it, I actually do have a Toxic Staller on this team, and that's Mandibuzz, but as you can see, I didn't have to use Mandibuzz too often. So I'm going to fire off the first Focus Blast on my last turn of Wonder Room, because I figured since unfortunately, these things, defense is usually better, so now the defense is the special defensive side. So I'm not one to take a chance with that payback doing a lot to my Ranunculus, because as you can see, I am managing to get a 6-0 right here. And yeah, managed to get a 6-0. I accidentally misclicked for the Leech Seed, but it didn't really matter because my opponent doesn't carry the Sap Sipper, so that's going to be the battle. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed my narration, come check out my channel and subscribe to Planet Poke. That's going to be all.